This morning, it is official. 800 people in Austin will not have a job with the school district next year.
Last night, only one school board member voted against that move. Kate Whitehaw live at AISD headquarters, and the details on what happened. Kate.
Good morning. Well, all of these job cuts are expected to save the district about $42 million as they look for ways to try and slash $94 million from the overall budget. Now, take a look. Here is the breakdown of the job cuts that were finalized last night. 490 contract employees, which are teachers, assistant principals, and principals. They were cut. 302 non-contract employees like bus drivers, assistants, and food service workers. 361 people have retired or resigned, so that brings the grand total of jobs lost to 1,153. Last night, district officials said they will continue to try and find a place for these employees within the district. If they can't find a spot for them, they will work with them to find other jobs locally or somewhere else across the state. Trustee Annette Lavoie was outspoken about her opposition to the cuts. She voted against all employee cuts. She also said the district is firing teachers. They need to cut out all unnecessary expenses like bonuses, cell phone allowances, and car allowances.
I think the size of the reduction is too large, and I think we need to be more careful and not cut the muscle in the classroom quite so quickly.
I felt like at the end of the day, the magnitude of the financial challenge we find ourselves in said we have to do something. We can't put it off.
Well, in addition to the job cuts last night, the board also accepted the facilities task force master plan on different ways the district can trim the budget. They only accepted it. They didn't vote on it. That's what was expected to happen, simply because the superintendent wants to go over it with a fine-tooth comb to figure out if any of the recommendations could be put to use. Now, also, next up will be the appeals process. Those contract employees who were let go last night, they can now appeal that decision by the board. On Thursday, there is going to be the second and final community forum concerning the budget. That's going to be taking place at Bowie High School. The budget needs to be finalized in June. We're live from AISD headquarters. Kate Whitehaw, KXAN, Austin News.
Well, many of those taking a direct hit in the AISD cuts were at that meeting last night, the teachers. For them, Monday night's decision was extremely personal. They not only worry about how this impacts the kids that they teach, but also about their own families. Alan Guckian is the head band director at Eastside Memorial High School. He says learning that he could lose his job was like a sucker punch. Guckian's been teaching since 1994. His wife is also a teacher. Both could lose their jobs. They have a 19-month-old baby at home and a second child on the way in June, about the time when their contracts are set to expire. He spoke before the board members with hopes of changing their minds. Listen.
If we lose our positions, we lose our home, and that's just a fact. We poured countless hours of hard work and dedication to making the lives of AISD students better, and we're on the cusp of losing everything simply because the dollars are more easily spent elsewhere.
Guckian says AISD has been good about helping him look for other spots within the district, but he says he's looking at all options because he and his wife could lose their home if they don't have employment.